Okay, guys, back again. So let me just have that again on my other screen. So we're going to just add a new view here, which is going to be the single view that book. Okay, and we are going to just make this work. Extends the layout, and this block is the content block. We're going to say section up, and inside a div that just add a indentation like that. Div that single h1. I'm just having a space. Okay, post a title, and let's see if this picks. Nope. Okay, I'm just checking in case we were able to see something. Span. Do I have the? Wait a minute. Where am I? Oh, okay. I know. I know what is going on. Let me just go to my post controller, and I'm sending this single post. No, I want to render. I want to render a view, which is the single view. Save this one. Okay. Let's just refresh and read property title of undefined. Okay, that's cool because we don't have that data. Okay. I'm just going to build this one. Span equals post that user that data values that email. The same thing that we did with the old posts. It's just the same. We're going to get from the user that is appended to this post object the data values and the email from the user. Yeah. So okay, let's do this because I see I added a comment there. So let's just do something like the idea of this is to show you what could happen instead of doing everything right, like as if we are experts and we didn't or we don't make mistakes. So you will see what this is going to trigger. I think I remember what is going to happen. Okay. So right now we're just adding the information, and you just need to follow along with this, not too much thought into this. So we're going to check the post and the user inside the data values inside that user, the email, and you can guess why I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah, let's just add this one right now. Why not? So remember, guys, we still don't have authentication. Sorry, authentication we have. We don't have authorization. Okay, and the authentication is still not plugged in all the way. So what we want to do with the post, we have the content, and if we don't add anything, each user will have access to all the posts. Okay, but even if we allow, or if we do some filtering, we need to make sure that the user that is seeing this post is the user that actually created the post. Okay, does that make sense? Because we will need to edit and well, to update and delete the post, but we only want to grant that option to the actual user that created that post. So that's why I'm doing all this, because I don't want to come back to Puck and try to make this work later. So that's why I'm just using this. I'm just giving a heads up of what is going to happen here. We're going to check for the current user, okay? And we're going to see if that current user is the user that created this post. And if that is so, then we're going to show this update form, a div with this class, and we add a form with an action. So where this is going to go, is going to go, okay, let me just add backticks. It's going to go to post, edit, and the post, like that, the post ID. So it's going to take us to the post function that is going to allow us to update that post. Okay, we're going to say end type, sorry, what the fuck? End type multipart from data, because we are going to send a file, and the method equals to post. Just a simple form. And let me just grab these labels and inputs. It's just the same, just a simple form. Let me just add it like that. I'm just making these indentations all the same. Okay. Let's save this one and let's see how this looks. Okay, it's not going to display those. Okay. We will see in a bit how this looks. And let me just grab, okay, after all this, we want to go to the same line that the update form. Yep. And okay, add an HR, and below this an anchor with the ID delete href equals to the delete function that we still don't have. Okay, well, the function is there, but there's no functionality inside. So post that ID, and we say remove post. Okay, let's hope this works. Let me just close this, the layout too, the covers. I can close this one. Let me just unpin it and close. I don't know why I have this open, unpin, close. Okay, and we go to the single, get single post inside our post controller. Okay, so let me just remove this and say models again, post. We're going to find one post. Which post? The one where the ID is equals to the request that params that ID. The ID we are receiving here, okay, that is what we are checking, and we want the post that has that ID. Again, we're going to add a comma here and say include, and we're going to include the models user. Then we're going to pass the post that we are receiving, and we're going to say let underscore post, and we're going to just get the data values for that post. We're going to respond with the status. Okay, that's way too big. Response with status 200. And we're going to render the single view with the post object that is going to have the reference of the post that we are returning or that the models are returning. Okay, and we say catch error and console.log the error. Okay, in this case, but we can also return something similar to what we did here. But well, you can just play with that later. And let's see. So let me just go back. Let's refresh. Let's go to this one, and you can see we are getting this form. Okay, it's still spinning. Can I read data values of null? Mm, those data values. Okay, there's a way to do this. Let me just do this. Let's not respond with anything right now. And let's say console.log. Always, guys, if you don't see, there are many. Okay, I found something useful last time. Well, most of the things I see are kind of useful, but it's about how we can start debugging things better with console.log. I will take a look at that, and I will try to bring it to the channel, okay, as soon as possible. Maybe it's not that big of a deal to check it, but yeah, what I want in this channel is to the people that watch it is to show you, some real stuff that happens that you will need to do and you will need to learn instead of just making applications just for the sake of it. So yeah, I will try to cover a lot of stuff. It's going to be hard, yeah, but I will try to do it, and I will try to bring some other content than just maybe some PowerPoint stuff. That I can explain some stuff to you, or we check some content, something like that. So yeah, I found this good debugging stuff. So I will try to bring that to the channel later. So let's say console log and let's see what happens. We just terminate this one. And let me just move this out of the way there. Okay. Okay, I can see this. User data values. Why then I have these data values on my other one? Oh no no no, it's correct, right? Because it's returning. I don't know. Okay, it's returning this post. Okay, so this is actually displaying post underscore post. Why is not returning? Post controller 33 29. I'm just checking. Let me check. Maybe it has to do with what I did. okay, with the error that I was expecting. I can't remember too much of it. So yeah, it's going to say post that data values. Oh, okay. They just, I don't know if that is what is making it. No. Okay, then what I'm going to do is try to see if is that the error that I was trying to check. Um 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 the single. I don't know. I can't remember actually. I know what's a funny error with this, but I don't know if that was the error. It doesn't seem like. Oh, that was the error. You can see the console, and it says cannot read property data values of null. Select. Okay, but this is the one that is bringing us the information. So let's just go there and check Lubin here. Okay, it kind of, for some reason, it kind of stales, but it's mostly because of Windows instead of the real application. You can see this is a post and our post title, content, and all that. So okay. Oh, I'm a little tired. What the hell? Okay. So yeah. Um, and this is what I meant with this error. Okay, so let's just plug image back, and you can see uh, what I tried to do there because I didn't remember at that point how to do this. Okay, I checked and I was like, okay, let's just say equals and add it with the post cover name, right? And I refresh, and you can see that it kind of stays there, not reloading but working, and we get this error inside the console. The type error cannot read property data values of null. And what was my first, because I actually forgot that this was the error. What I actually tried to do is checked, okay, well, it says the data values, right? On line 23, maybe. Yep. So you think this is the problem, right? But if you remove this image tag with this specific stuff, it works. It returns the information and it stops that error from happening. So let me just go to where the hell I am. Oh no, I need to go to the view single book. So what it seems that we need to do here is to add this, and let's see if that fixes, or maybe I'm wrong. Could be. But at least right now, the error that we are seeing is with the image. Okay. You see? Now we get the image, we get Angry Lumin here, and we get this stuff, right? But just let me something, and if you want, type that in the comment. What you thought, or did you think this way of structuring the stuff was the answer? What would you think was the problem when you first saw this error? Because my first thought was that the data values was the error. Okay, that something was happening between the post data values and the response status, that the data was not passing through. But we can see that, or maybe that the cover name was corrupted or something. You try to guess what is going on. But as I was checking I think I checked the actual source of the image. Okay, and it was returning undefined or unknown, or I can't remember. But we can try that actually to see what it was returning. I can't remember what I did actually to fix this or how I found that, but I guess it was some random stuff. Okay, because here is where we want to see that. We are getting that, okay, but we're getting something like this, okay. HTTP localhost 4000 post cover and the name of the the all the stuff there. But we get this weird loading looping, and we don't see the image. So, well, as I was playing, I just saw that the image was not being referenced correctly, and that was causing the rest of the page to kind of stay there trying to load. So this is one of those funky errors that you might encounter while working. So yeah, those are a little hard to debug because at some point you will be actually lost on what is going on. Okay, so well, I just wanted to show you that how that was displaying and why that error was happening, and it was not what the console or the terminal or the CMD was saying, that we were not able to read the data values of null. You would think that the post here, okay, was undefined or was null. That is what the console is saying. Cannot read property data values of null. What has these data values, at least on the JS33? Okay, this line is the only line with the data values. You can see how you can get lost with this pretty easily. So yeah, we managed to do that. We managed to fix that error, and we can see the image and the data. But I'm just going to do something else here because I want this to freaking work. Right now it's not working because we don't have the JS. And let's just finish this one with the JS for the navigation. We have a public with a JS folder. So let me just see what it was called. Okay, functions, actually. Pretty clever name. Functions.js. Okay, and I'm just going to add, well, let's just do it. Document that at the listener, what we want, DOM content loaded. And you can see this is just simple JS. Also, I will see if I can find some single. Oh, you know what? I like to change topics like that. So you know what? I think I have something with HTML, right? With Firebase. Yeah, I have something. What I want to do for the newbies, for the new guys that are learning HTML and all that stuff, and right now, after we finish Node.js, we will have some knowledge of Node.js in the channel that you can reference. And we are going to start with Electron, and let's build some stuff with Electron, okay? Because we can plug really good stuff inside Electron and play with HTML, JS, CSS, okay, maybe 3JS, maybe some animations, okay. We played there with Node.js too, okay. Databases, we will get the whole package there, and you will be able to build applications that work with the with Windows or Mac or Linux, okay. So yeah, that's going to, I think that is the best way to show people that are learning how to build different stuff, okay, because even Electron takes Python, okay, Angular, React, so we are going to be able to do a lot of stuff with that. But let's finish first the Node.js, and maybe one more thing before we move to Electron. And so that's a plan that I have. When that will happen, I'm not sure because I'm pretty busy with work. Okay, so I will try to continue bringing you guys more content. But yeah, that's a plan that I have. So we are going to create this variable show menu that is going to reference the show menu ID we have in the okay, in the PUC. Remember that this is going to render HTML. So at the when we have everything loaded, that's why we're using DOM content loaded. This is just going to be plain HTML, and we can access that using query selector. Okay. And what else? Let plus menu equals document that query selector and plus menu, which is this span close menu. Then let nav equals document that query selector nav show menu that add event listener. We're going to append a listener to the show menu, and it's going to be the click event. We're going to use arrow functions. Okay, always we always use arrow functions in this channel. So yeah, nav. What I said, neck, no, nav. That style, that width. We're going to change the width to 50. And there are ways to make this responsive or make this with calc, but let's just get this fixed to 250. Maybe 300 could be nice too. Close menu that add event listener. Click and now that style, that width, and we're just going to remove this value, and if we do this, it's going to take the value that is in the CSS. Okay, so let's just try and check this. Okay, that is working, and we click here and you can see we get this. There's a way to avoid breaking this, but I cannot remember, guys, sorry. But if you can see, when we close, it's just going to squish all that up. So yeah, well, you might just need to check it. So and how that is working? It's working because if we go to the public CSS, we have the width the width position, no, the width property as 0 pixels. That's why it's kind of squished here. It's kind of set with the left property because it's positioned It's position fixed, so it's going to move. Well, if we scroll, it's going to move with us. Okay. Well, it's going to stay there. You can see. And we have the C index to be on top. But if we want this to be on top of everything else, we say 99. And yeah, we're just going to, we also have a transition to make that look a little nicer. Okay. And yeah, we have this aligned to the left top corner. And that's all. The JS for the menu. Okay. And okay, we will later add the click to that so it closes. So let's just keep it like this so we can focus on the rest of the stuff in the next videos. So let me just go back. I think that's all for this one, guys. Let me just check if there's something else. I don't think. Yeah, because the rest is just a ton of. Yeah. Okay, the show dashboard. I can do that later, but I can do that with another. Maybe with the middleware because that is not important right now. We can go to the dashboard, but the dashboard just says this. Maybe we can just target the dashboard later. It's going to be a not a lengthy video, so yeah, I think we can do that later because we still have the option or the okay, the to deal with the update and the delete. Right now we cannot delete. It's going to take us to the to a delete page, but we don't want that. We're going to handle this. But yeah, an update is going to take us to an update, but it's not what we want. Okay, so we are almost there with the content. Okay, with the application. So as you can see, we have the email there, and I think this one. Okay, it has the email here. Sorry, so you can see it's from different users, and right now. Okay, because I think I'm not checking the user still. We don't have, okay, we don't have plugged all that yet. But I already added the checking that you can see that I'm not the owner of this one, but I can see the update and the remove. Okay, I don't want that. So I will see, we will see later how to just remove this for the user that is not the same that created the post. Okay, so I think that's all, guys. Thank you and see you in the next one.